Hey there folks, Champesk here bringing you another audio commentary, and today it's quite a special one for me at least, because I think by the time I upload this at least, I will probably have 1,000 subscribers, and that's just so mental, like that's absolutely insane. Just, you know, for what is really a dying game, to have got to 1,000 subscribers just out of nowhere, sort of no publicity really, just so phenomenal. So thank you all very much for subscribing to me and for watching my videos and for commenting on them and for rating them and just generally being sort of an amazing community. It's just been so amazing, just the reception I've got, just really based on sort of no professional experience in Warcraft, certainly by any means, or even really too much amateur experience. I know the game, but that's about it, and I can talk about it, and I can talk pretty quickly, I'll give you that, but it's really been fantastic, and I hope to be able to do it for longer. I've only been doing it for best part of a year, probably 8 months now, but maybe yeah, about 8 months I think, and so the fact that it's gone really from zero to this in that time is just phenomenal, so thank you all very much. And anyways, we're going to be having today a human mirror between RohJinWook and Yui. I think Yui is Yumiko. I'm not exactly sure. He's in eHome, which is Fly's clan among other people, and so I'm pretty sure that's Yumiko, and it is going to be a human mirror. And you might be thinking you've watched this game before, but just because of RohJinWook human mirror on Secret Valley, and I was thinking that at first, but I don't think it's the same game because I'm pretty sure RohJinWook was in the other corner, and so let's hope that at least it's a different game. I'm pretty sure it was, and I'm pretty sure it's a game I cast a little while ago. I'm sorry there haven't actually been more of these games. This is actually, I think, the first Warcraft 3 game I've watched since my last commentary, which was about 2 weeks ago. So I've been so sort of overwhelmed with things that I just haven't had the time, and I think we are going to now start to see the beginning of creeping. Yeah, both sides are now moving out to creep, and both sides obviously sending their first footman off to harass, which is a really strong strategy. You can actually do a fair bit of damage. RohJinWook actually reacting fairly quickly, bringing out a militia here to take down this one footman, and building Arcane Tower. I imagine we're going to see the exact same thing from Yumiko if we look at his base, but we'll be seeing, yeah, we are seeing an Arcane Tower going right up there, and that Arcane Tower is just so good in human mirrors. It chases away that Archmage, it dispels the water elementals. I mean, there's not really much more you could ask for, and both sides are going to finish out creeping to level 2, and then probably going to go harass. That's what we'll generally see on this map, but certainly things could change, and it looks like RohJinWook is just running around with this one footman, trying to cut a bit of trouble on the base, but it looks like he's not going to be too successful, assuming that Yumiko pays a bit of attention, and I imagine the same thing is going to apply. Yeah, the same thing is going to apply here for RohJinWook. He is just being very careful to make sure he's not going to lose anything, and as a result this footman is actually going to take a bit more damage he probably wanted to, but he can just run off to those heal fountains because it is almost night now, and at that point we will start to see something. But Yui still building peasants, and so we'll probably see some sort of tech coming from him fairly soon, and RohJinWook actually not building them anymore, but he has got militia here, so it looks like he might be going for the expansion, which would be very bold, very unprecedented in this situation, but a very nice creepjack coming here from Yumiko, and really going to do a lot of damage to RohJinWook. He looks like he's trying to focus down that Archmage, and obviously getting those last shots on those water elementals is a nice free 42 experience if you can get it, and so that does become his target for a second, but RohJinWook taking so much damage here on his Archmage, really needs to get out of here, pretty close to 3 though, and it looks like this one peasant will go down. Actually no, Yumiko actually ignores this one peasant. No, he's finally staying off one footman to go take it down, and RohJinWook will need to go out and probably buy boots just to try and get away, because he won't be able to sit at one healing fountain without being damaged pretty heavily, and yeah, it looks like he is going to go. He does pick up those boots and does run off, and meanwhile it looks like RohJinWook's decided because of that creepjack he will have to tech up. But actually we've seen a lot of footmen here from Yumiko, and so has he probably started? Actually no, he hasn't started his tech at all yet. I'm a bit surprised by the second tower, because generally he should either be going for a tech and going for a tech or putting up a second tower, but not both. You know, RohJinWook, you can see, is actually going for the opposite now. He's going for a tech and 2 towers, but I think he's really pushing his economy, considering that he did lose a couple of peasants just in that creeping that he did get creepjacked at. And Yui now doing a fair bit of damage here now to RohJinWook's base. Obviously he doesn't want to venture too far inside because his Archmage can take a lot of damage, and he's going to lose a lot of mana as well from those arcane towers, and it is possible to get trapped and you have to burn your TP and stuff, and RohJinWook is healed up a bit at least on this Archmage and will be able to run back, and looks like he's just going to try and distract me. I mean, you can just see this is what 7 footmen here for Yui. Really, sorry, I've been calling him Yui. He is Yumiko. Just putting on so much pressure here. Looks like he's really trying to get an advantage in the early game, and I imagine he has started his tech now. Yes, he has, and he's a fair bit into it now as well. And it looks like lots of action going on all around the map at this point. Footmen being chased down literally everywhere, and this looks like this one footman will now go down as well, and that'll be a nice little bit of extra experience towards getting RohJinWook to level 3. Actually hitting level 3 right then. Level 3 is so useful because that level 2 water elemental just packs such a punch, and looks like RohJinWook being forced to run back to his base a bit, just because Yumiko's also hit level 3 now, and he will be bringing out one of those level 2 water elementals in 3 mana's time, basically, which is almost nothing, and there it is there. And these arcane towers are just too far away. You can't put them too far forward, because otherwise the water elementals can take them out really quickly. But at the same time, I think I prefer Yumiko's base design, and looks like RohJinWook just counter-attacking here. That's probably for the best. Yeah, you can see Yumiko's design where he's put these 2 arcane towers next to each other so they can both get hits in at the same time. You're much more likely to be getting hits in with this design. I'm not sure why RohJinWook went for the design that he did, really. And it looks like RohJinWook gonna lose his Altar of Kings. That's a pretty bad loss, to be honest, just because it means no Mountain King coming out when he hits tier 2, which he actually now has, and so that's quite a loss for him, to be honest. And it looks like RohJinWook taking a lot of damage here on his base and not able to do much here to Yumiko's base, so I think RohJinWook should probably TP back now, just to try and save what he can of his base, because he's really lost a lot, and he is TPing back but with none of his units. This must be intentional, because otherwise it'd be really bad. Oh no, he is now running back with his footman. I'm not sure whether that was intentional or not, that he missed all his footmen. I think because he has such a low archmage now, he might just be trying to chase chase Yumiko away. But if he is, then Yumiko isn't fooled. RohJinWook rebuilding his Altar of Kings. He has hit tier 2. You would like to get possibly a Mountain King out, possibly a Panda, possibly even a Naga at this point, just because there's such an intense play going on. But RohJinWook now doing a lot of damage. I think it probably was intentional enough to slip them. I'm just not sure why he ran them away for a little while. But looks like Yui just taking so much damage in his base here. This is really not going well for him. I mean, RohJinWook has managed to heal up a bit, but he did then take some damage from the creep, so I think he had to run away. And it looks like RohJinWook actually in the process of losing some more footmen now. Gonna lose some militia as well, and I really needs to start defending his base if he wants to get any of these tier 2 advantages out. And meanwhile Yumiko's hit tier 2 as well, but has pretty much no peasants, just 3 peasants, but enough gold to build a bunch more. So sorry about that, folks. My phone rang, and Yui now taking a bit of damage on his peasants as well, and it looks like he's going to lose a couple of these, and RohJinWook actually not focusing down on the low ones. There he goes there, and doing so much damage. Actually RohJinWook really managed to pull this back, but taking so much damage on the Dark Mage, he is going to sacrifice it to this creeps. No, very nicely done. Did you see that, folks? He summoned the water elemental to aggro the creeps, which he did perfectly, and then he actually got some healing off, but a Naga has been brought out. I think RohJinWook has scouted it, and he is just on the run with his Archmage. Such an impressive play there from RohJinWook, really impressive, but now taking a lot of damage, down to 22 damage. He does lose his Archmage, and level 4 for Yumiko now, so unfortunately he didn't manage to capitalize on that. Really impressive. I've never seen that before in my life, just something like that water elemental just completely as a dummy. I thought he was just going to sacrifice his Archmage to the creeps, which actually in retrospect it might have been better to do, but it's nonetheless very impressive, just to deny that experience, even if he didn't waste quite as much time, because Yumiko is just has got so much experience now, is able to get so many water elementals, can do a lot of harassing now. RohJinWook really forced the tower up at this point, really finish up the scout tower. It only needs 7 more hit points, and then you can upgrade it to only an arcane tower at this point. There is no lumber mill. It's still an arcane tower. It's not bad against an archmage and against a high level Naga such as this. And looks like RohJinWook just running his footman into the back of his base until that archmage is out. Thank God he rebuilt that altar. Otherwise he'd have to tavern it back, and against a Naga and lots of water elementals that would not be a pleasant thing to try and do. And RohJinWook now rebuilding lots of peasants, and I imagine Yumiko's doing the exact same thing. Yes, he is, and he's going to have to continue doing that. Actually, I'm not sure what he's doing with this. Maybe he's going to be building some arcane sanctums, arcane vault. Actually, yeah, that's a surprising move considering he doesn't need mana or health at this point, really. But maybe he has some sort of greater long-term plan coming. And these arcane towers are now actually managing to do a fair bit of of feedback here on this Archmage, and on the Naga to a lesser extent as well, but obviously with the level 2 Brilliance aura, that will all come back pretty quickly. And RohJinWook now has only 4 footmen, and that's it, and he is waiting for his Archmage to come back, but obviously it is level 4, it's taking a while to come back, and in the meantime he's just taking a pounding. He's not being able to do anything with his money. He's just being forced to build more sort of tier 1 units and peasants, and that's really not what he wants to be doing, considering that he is tier 2. He wants to be building a second hero, he wants to be getting his Arcane Sanctum out, and it looks like that's what Yumiko is doing now. He's putting up his Arcane Sanctum, and some really nice pressure here from Yumiko. Really is very close to a surround there. It would be pretty hard to hold, but still be very nice to do all that damage, and maybe force a TP even from this Archmage. Obviously RohJinWook with no TP because he did burn it earlier, but if he had one, he